A very good afternoon and welcome to this edition of YES101's Visual Radio for the Newsfirst team. I'm Tilakaratna. Let's take a look at your headlines.
Newsfirst headline.
Underutilized government land to boost investment opportunities, says President. Sri Lanka's central bank governor receives top grade in global finance report. And in news overseas, Taiwan defense spending to outpace GDP growth as China threat rises. And finally in your sports, England bowler Vokes not shying away from selection for overseas tours. In your top story, President Ranil Wickremesinghe, also an independent presidential candidate, emphasized that the country is now in a position to service its debts without printing money or borrowing from banks, relying instead on revenue generated through taxes.
Now we have, as he said, stabilized the macroeconomy and stabilized the debt. We are in a position where we can service our debt. Or remember, at the same time, we have undertaken not to print money, not to borrow from the banks. So those sources were cut off to us. We have to find our own revenue. As a result, many of you here, including myself, are paying taxes on our government salary. Others are paying a high rate of tax. But that is the revenue. That is what has helped to stabilize the economy. Once we get the aid back, as the disbursements come in, we revive the existing projects. A large number of them are construction projects. We revive all those projects. Secondly, as foreign investment comes and local investment comes in, there will be more construction. We are looking at about a fair amount of land in Galle for high-rise hotel buildings. Similarly, we are looking at construction of hotels in Kandy, more in Colombo, and later on in Trincomalee. Outside that is to rebuild the cities. There are a lot of land here, underutilized, belong to the government. We'll open it up for people to build on. It's for you to find the investor and come in. The land we will find, the rest you find. And we make it possible.
Dr. Nandalal Weerasinghe, Governor of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka, has been honoured in Global Finance's 2024 Central Banker Report Cards, achieving a top grade of A. The Central Bank said that this recognition reflects the Governor's exceptional leadership and strategic expertise in navigating our nation's economy through challenging times. The Central Bank added that the A grade highlights the Governor's success in key areas such as inflation management, economic growth, currency stability and interest rate control. It went on to note that awarded annually to central bank governors around the world, this accolade underscores the Governor's remarkable performance and commitment to economic stability.
International news.
Taiwan's defense spending will rise 7.7% next year, outpacing expected economic growth, the cabinet said on Thursday, as the island adds more fighter jets and missiles to strengthen deterrence against a rising threat from Beijing. China, which views democratically governed Taiwan as its own territory, has ramped up military and political pressure over the past 5 years to assert those claims which Taipei strongly rejects.
Sports news.
Chris Vokes has struggled to replicate his home form on England's overseas tours, but the fast bowler said he is ready to answer the call if selected for tours of Pakistan and New Zealand later this year. Vokes has taken 127 wickets in 32 test matches on home soil but picked up just 36 wickets in 20 matches abroad. His last overseas tour was in 2022 as he was criticised for his performances in England's 4-0 drubbing in Australia during the 2021-22 Ashes. That's all the news we got for you on this edition of YES101 Visual Radio. For the Newsfirst team, I'm Tilakaratna.